A says, what is the volume of the prism? So we need the base area times the height. To find the area of the base, we need to multiply those two numbers together, but we want them to be in the same format. So we're going to change this mixed number to an improper fraction. 1 times 3 is 3, plus 1 is 4. So we now have this as 4/3. So the base area is 9 times 4/3. And then we need to multiply by the height. The height, 4 times 3 is 12, plus 2 more is 14. So 14/3. We can think of whole numbers as the numerator over 1, and then we can multiply straight across the top and straight across the bottom, but you can also divide out here. 3 3s fit into 9, and 3 goes into 3 one time, so we're left with 1 times 4 times 14, and then 1 times 1 times 1. So our denominator is 1, and then we just have to do 14 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Carry your 1. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 more is 5. So 56 over 1, which is just 56 wholes. These were measured in inches, so our units are inches cubed. B says, Linda fills the rectangular prism with cubes that have a side length of 1/3 inch. How many cubes does she need to fill the space in a rectangular prism? Since she had a volume of 56, oops, we're going to change the color. Since she had a volume of 56, and there are now side lengths of 1/3 for the cubes, it takes 3 to make a whole. 3/3 make a whole. So we're going to multiply that volume by 3, but we have to do it 3 times because we have to do it once for the length, once for the width, and once for the height. So 56 times 3 times 3 times 3. Or you can combine all these and do it in one step. 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27. So 56 times 27. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 5 is 35, plus 4 more is 39. Then use your place value spacer. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 more is 11. So we get 1,512 cubes. All right, part C says how is the number of cubes related to the volume? Well, the volume multiplied by 3 times gives us the number of cubes. D says, why is the number of cubes needed different from the volume? And when you find the volume, it is 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch cubes. We found the number of 1/3 inch by 1/3 inch by 1/3 inch cubes. So it's different because the size of the cubes is not the same. When you find volume, it's based on the unit. So one piece, one full unit cubed. When you're looking at how many cubes of 1/3, the size of those cubes are smaller. Part E. Should Linda try to fill the rectangular prism with cubes that are 1/2 inch long on each side? Why or why not? Well, because our fractions have a third in it, it would make it pretty difficult to find out how many 1/2 inch cubes are in it. So I would say no, because 1/2 does not go into one and 1/3 or 4 and 2/3 as easily as 1/3 does. It's not going to be as easy to figure out how many 1/2 inch pieces fit into 1 and 1/3 or 4 and 2/3. It's easier to use thirds because it's already got the thirds in it.